The third book that I completed in 2025 is John Steinbeck's East of Eden, his magnum opus, supposedly. I read this book about 8 years ago, and I liked it fine. I didn't think it held up to Steinbeck's other work. I really liked The Winter of Our Discontent. I obviously really like The Grapes of Wrath and Of Mice and Men. But this time through, I liked it a lot better. So maybe it's one of those books that you have to read twice. Of course, at this length, it's not an easy book to schedule twice in a lifetime. But I was reading it for a student who wanted to read it and write a paper on it. And so I needed to remind myself what it was about. And this time through, I liked it a lot better. I think the religious symbolism was much clearer to me this time. I really like Adam Trask as a main character. He gets in literary criticism, he gets bashed a little bit as a weak, as sort of a flat character. I disagree. I think there's a lot of depth to Adam Trask and to his sons. I also really like the other storyline, the Hamiltons who don't live on a very prosperous farm, but Samuel Hamilton, who is older than Adam Trask and gives him some advice along the way and acts as sort of a mentor. Really like his family a lot. I think the villain Kathy is a little bit lacking, at least not through the novel, but in the way that her storyline ends. There's a little bit of a lack of closure, I would say, with Kathy. A little bit disappointed in the way that ends, but I also see the symbolism behind the way Steinbeck chooses to end her story. I also think it's a little bit of a put off that Steinbeck is so interested in making sure that we know he is the narrator of this book. I don't really see the importance of that, and he devotes a couple of short chapters to proving to us that he is the narrator. But I'm not into that at all. I'm into the main storyline and the depth of that storyline. And again, I didn't get into it the first time as nearly as much. I would have given it maybe a B or a B minus the first time, and I would have definitely ranked it easily behind The Winter of Our Discontent, Grapes of Wrath, and Of Mice and Men. And now I think I would include it with those three. I still like those three better, but I think that I would give it an A minus, get it much closer to the top of Steinbeck's catalog. So I do recommend East of Eden. It's a long read, but it's an enjoyable read, and it's a read filled with symbolism and filled with metaphor, even perhaps allegory.